is that you might trivialize all my advances and leave me bare in a crisis. Forgiveness for you comes harder than it does for right. So I lie and I hide all times, and I like to admit the stress you give me wasn't healthy. I don't need it, and I can't help it. I'm so drawn to the drama you give, push and pulling, it just keeps going. The stress you give me wasn't healthy, and I don't need it. I can't help it. I'm so drawn to the drama you give, push and pulling, it just keeps going. Today is your birthday, I don't wanna lie, I just wish I could call you up. It's been a year since we last spoke, but to me that just don't even matter now. I'm ready to jump, eyes closed, heart open, throw caution to the wind. Don't have no wind, so please just catch me, let my feelings take the lead. Oh, time hasn't done its part. Will the healing start? Will the hurting come to pass? Or are we scattered like broken clocks? The stress you give me wasn't healthy. I don't need it, yet I can't help it. I'm so drawn to the drama you give, push and pulls me, it just keeps going. Stress you give me wasn't healthy, yet I don't need it. I can't help it. I'm so drawn to you, the drama that you give me.
Hey guys, welcome to your favorite late night sessions with your one and only Bean. And today we have our first MCM of the year, singer, songwriter, dancer, and medical officer, Yanga Madlala, aka Yaya. Yaya, welcome to Late Night Sessions.
Thank you for having me, Bean.
It's a pleasure. First of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
I hope 2021 is treating you nice so far.
So far I can't complain. If I'm quite honest. It's been alright.
I get the feeling that people are a bit nervous to be excited. Like last year, people were like, yeah, 2020, and then boom.
Listen. Yeah, we're very cautious this year. We're treading very carefully.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So, to those who don't know who you are and are just finding out about you, tell us a bit about Yanga. Who's Yanga?
So Yanga, as you mentioned, is all of those things. I am a musician, an artist. I call myself a new age soul artist. So with the focus on soul music as the base, but electronic, with an electronic eclectic feel to it. And I am also a medical doctor and medical officer, as you said, practicing in telemedicine. I from South Africa, grew up, born in the Eastern Cape, and yeah, I'm half Xhosa, Zulu, 31 years old. I don't know what else. Single. Yeah, what else?
Okay, important information over there. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a weird question to just pack yourself into a small little thing.
I know, right?
I'm
It truly
sorry.
is. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So, who or what would you say inspired your journey in the industry, and how long have you been at it?
Sure. So, in which one are we focusing on first? Music or the medicine? Or both?
Let's talk about music because I really want to dive into your medicine part later.
Okay, sure. So who influenced me? So my mom was uh pretty protective and sheltered us a lot growing up. So
Mm-hmm.
she wouldn't want us to be on the streets or play with other kids and visit other kids and all that. So what she did was, in the times it was we had VHS cassettes. So she got us a
Yeah.
VHS player, and she got me cassettes of concerts, so and music videos. So it was the Michael
Mm-hmm.
Jacksons, Mariah, shucks, who else? Celine Dion, Luther Vandross. So all of
Mm-hmm.
those. So I'd watch those day in, day out, like, and just sit there and emulating what it is I see and make my brother, and we like interchange and play different roles, and whether we are reenacting what the dancers are doing in the music videos or what the actual artists are doing. And so that
Mm-hmm.
for me became, a thing I enjoyed quite a lot in terms of passing time. And then I guess that's when, as all my parents noticed, you can dance, and it would be my party trick because I grew up really shy. So it was the thing that
Yeah.
my mom would make me do when families are around, or things like that. So it's like, how much I value,
I can
come dance
imagine.
with it. You know what I mean? You have to go there, no matter how shy you are. As soon as the music comes on, you there, and then you get, the love and stuff after that. And I was like, I'm pretty good at this. And then so that's where I think the seed started and grew from there. And yeah, so I've always, in terms of the style and the kind of music I enjoy, have been inspired by musicians that have a lot of choreo involved um,
Mm-hmm.
in the type of music that they do. So I think, yeah, those are the guys that I would say inspired me. Locally, it was, the Arthurs, the Boom Shakas were a
Mm-hmm.
huge favorite of mine. And yeah, and then obviously it would have changed as I grew. And yeah, so I'd say those were the guys that got me started. Yeah, since
Nice.
I, yeah.
Looks like you had a pretty cool childhood. I mean, when I was young, my brothers were using me as a toy for WWE. So you guys were watching tapes and imitating
Listen,
artists. It was lit.
listen. I mean, I was the eldest, so and
Okay,
it was
yeah,
just me and
well,
my brother. So I was
advantage.
in my defense, yeah, that was the advantage. And shame my brother then probably would have been you in this situation, because then he would have to inevitably be forced to learn to dance and learn routines as well. When I'm sure he'd probably rather be watching WWE wrestling. So,
Yeah,
but
no.
yeah.
Cool stuff. So, talking about the industry now, what, in your opinion, is the biggest challenge in the entertainment industry at the moment?
Sure, at the moment, outside of this pandemic, sure, I would say that's the biggest for everyone.
Yeah.
Right, this very second, that's definitely the biggest challenge. The fact that, especially in our country, most artists, make the bulk of their income from
Mm,
performing,
true.
and not being able to perform has like really, really, really been difficult. And just in general, I'd say pre this, in terms of difficulties in the industry, I would say it's interesting because it's paradoxical. It's a difficulty, but it's also a good thing. The fact that
Mm-hmm.
now um, it's it's there's more access, let me say, to creating music and putting your music out there. So before, it would be a thing of like, oh, you perform a lot of places and hope someone discovers you and signs you to a label. Now, literally
Mm-hmm.
anyone can put out
Now people are
anything and
forced
everything.
to
You
take up
know,
space digitally, like,
exactly,
because that's the only
exactly.
way we're going to see you.
Exactly. But the challenge comes in now with the fact that so many people now can put out music daily. So getting
Yeah.
your music out and competing, the competition is so rife digitally, because now there
Mm.
aren't any gatekeepers. Everyone, literally, if you have access to internet, you can put something out. You can put things out even for free on, your
Mm-hmm.
SoundClouds and things like that. So I'd say that is another challenge, but it's a good challenge to have, because then it also challenges you as the artist to be different, to
Yeah.
set yourself apart from what is out there. So I think it's a good challenge to have. Yeah, so I'd say that those are the two challenges I think I've seen and experienced in the industry.
Yeah. I guess it just goes to show that at every different level, there's different challenges to expect. I mean, who would have thought that you'd have to fight for a space on the internet?
Yep, yep,
Like,
yep.
it's crazy.
It's wild.
So, how do you feel maybe your upbringing, whether physical, mental, spiritual, or religious, um, has been an impediment or a catalyst to your art?
Um, so I guess I touched on it a little bit in terms of it being a catalyst. Is that in terms of exposure to this and just learning that I had a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would have to thank my mom for that, for just exposure and just figuring out, okay, that there's this other life of, creating, and I'm actually not half bad at it, and
And
gaining
being
that
open
confidence from some, yeah,
to
to
it, because
to
African parents aren't really open to the other side.
and that's the challenge. So in the same way that she was the catalyst, she was also the impediment because I grew up in a super religious home. Not an impediment per se, but I guess I would say she then like she started it, but it was, I guess there's limitations to where she saw it going. It was great as a hobby. It's great as something to have on the side, but you can't.
You have to stay on the straight and narrow.
You know what I mean? So you need to eat at the end of the day. And when it came to when I was older and I was, would have these conversations of wanting to do it professionally and just do music solely, it was a very uncomfortable conversation to have, and one that she wasn't the most excited for, and hence why eventually I had to first, go study medicine and then do it concurrently somehow, and try and pursue it still while doing something that would make her feel more secure in the fact that, yeah, we would be okay. So I would say, yeah, my parents definitely were both the catalyst and impediment in the career today.
But cheers to your multi talent. I mean,
Thank
the
you.
brains and the artsy side. It worked for you. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you.
so you're a
Um,
medical doctor.
that's
How
correct.
does your art pour into your medicine, and how does your medicine pour into your art? Where do those two meet?
Meat. I would say so. I know there's one overlapping thing that I found with both is that um, sleep is sleep has to be very flexible. Rest has to be very flexible for both. So um, I'd say so those sort of, yeah, were interlinking things. So I would know how to manage my sleep, use the time that I have at the moment, in present moment, to use to rest, because I'd never know if I'm going to be up for 6, 12, 8, 36 hours or what it is, and how to manage that. And both industries, I think, require that, and being able to function at any time of the day. So whether I need to be writing or gigging up until 3, 4 a.m., or whether I need to be on call in the hospital 3, 4 a.m. Those things, I would say the hospital, because is where I first learned how to be up until and functional at those times, and that fed then into the music. And then in terms of the creation feeding into medicine, I would say, shucks, the sense, I guess, sensitivity and just the element of understanding people as whole human beings and not just a physical body. So yeah, and I realized, when you are treating patients, you deal with so much more than just the physical illness. There's socio economic things that come into play.
Yeah.
There's mental, just emotional well-being as well, which matters. And I think the being a person in music who, deals with an array of characters and just has to understand vulnerability and sensitivity, um, it made it easier to connect to patients on a deep on on a deeper level and not just a surface level
Mm-hmm.
interaction. So I'd say that's how, for me at least, the two interlink.
Hmm. Doesn't it get weird? Like, don't you like get patients that are like, Yaya's my doctor? Like, I mean, I can imagine. Like, isn't that weird for you? Like,
Um,
how do
it
you
has
deal with
it,
that?
it doesn't it hasn't happened often, so it's such a rare
It
occurrence.
is gonna happen.
So I think I haven't
Spoiler
really.
alert, it is gonna happen.
Let's. I guess I will manage it when it happens. Yeah. But yeah, no. So far, it's never. No,
Mm-hmm.
I've never really had somebody like, hey, aren't you? Not a patient.
Mm-hmm.
I guess sometimes it does happen. Maybe that. I mean, we live in the age of like you said, the digital age where
Mm.
sometimes they then after the interaction is when the patient doctor interaction and maybe there is a conversation that ensues about music or whatever, and then they
Yeah.
research you and then they're like, oh wow, really, I've never known or whatever kind of thing, and then
Mm.
that's, yeah, in that regard. But otherwise, no, I've never had um to deal with that, and I'm not sure how I'd manage it. I'd probably would just laugh.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward now that I
Yeah.
think of it. And you said you practice telemedicine.
Yeah.
So for someone who's listening to this and is clueless what that means, can you explain what exactly telemedicine is?
So telemedicine, I guess it's a division or discipline in health that involves telecommunication, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
it's under the umbrella of telehealth. So that's the big umbrella. So a lot of things fall under that, and then medicine usually telemedicine focuses on the clinical aspect. So it's basically practicing remote medicine or exchanging medical clinical information remotely. So
Mm-hmm.
by different means. So it could be that, like now, what's happening a lot with COVID and people having to be at home and isolating is virtual consultations with a doctor. So either by video or by phone. Um,
Mm.
yeah, you whatever the service provider or whatever you use or the channel, that platform that you use, and you get to consult with a doctor at the comfort of your own home remotely and get sent documents, signals, prescriptions, or whatever it is that you need. And everything is done remotely, and whatever that the doctor assesses feels needs for a physical clinical assessment may then also assist with the referral to a facility that can provide that service. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what telemedicine is, and that's yeah, the business I'm involved in at the moment.
Hmm.
Mm.
And which patients do you feel are set to benefit the most from the integration of telemedicine into health systems?
I think everyone. If I think everyone. I think one of sure, everyone. I would
Mm.
even go even to say is people in the rural sector, because it provides access, right?
Yeah.
To Yeah. So one doctor stationed in Johannesburg can consult and in a brief consultation, or
Mm.
provide support in a nurse-run clinic that's in, I would say, Durban or whatever, and you
Yeah.
know, without, and that way, that patient now doesn't have to leave the village, go to town to find a doctor, because you know what I mean. So I think it allows for access for healthcare to a broader community than it did before. Thus, then increasing the efficiency of the healthcare system as well. So, and not burdening, hospitals or
Yeah.
emergency units from from just an overload of patients coming into the ER with things that you could have, treated remotely. Um,
Hmm.
you
So it
could,
just helps them also prioritize like things that really, really need you to be physically in the
exactly,
hospital. Okay.
exactly, because it does happen. Sometimes you're not sure, and you needed to ask a professional about something, and if someone says no, you relay these and these signs, and then they're like, no, I don't think actually it's this, so you don't need to go to the emergency unit, and
Mm-hmm.
rather try this first, and you send them a prescription. Then that's again exactly what you're saying has decreased the burden on that emergency unit, especially now during COVID, where you're getting such an influx of patients in these units, and the
Mm.
waiting periods are intense, and now you don't want to unnecessarily expose someone to something they could have avoided. So I definitely think and everyone and anyone benefits from telehealth, especially now in this entire
Mm.
period that we're at.
Cool. This is actually the first time I'm speaking to someone who's in telemedicine.
Really?
I mean, you read about it and you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, that would be nice if someone is doing it out there. But it's nice
yeah,
to know someone who's actually in it,
yeah,
doing it.
yeah, and it's picking up pace. Like it's been slow. I think it's been around for about 40 years in different forms, but yeah,
Mm.
it's definitely, I would say, in the last year has the situation that's happening in the world has just sped up the need for it, and just the awareness of it, especially in our setting. I definitely say
Yeah.
that.
Okay, moving back to the music
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and the dancing.
Yeah.
Uh, we're living in very crazy times,
Yeah.
and the world is rough right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious to know how being an artist gives you the most joy in life today, like how it keeps you spiritually and mentally afloat.
Oh, it's such a gift. It's one I don't take for granted. The gift of being able to create, and to organize thoughts in a way that creates a body of work, or organize anxieties in a way that creates bodies of work. So, like, I write almost every
Hmm.
day. So that's how I've been, coping through this. So it would be through just writing my thoughts, would then turn into songs. Um, it would be participating in challenges. I remember earlier, and when we had last year, when we had like a really difficult hard lockdown, and
Mm-hmm.
people on the internet started different challenges, songwriting challenges on different beats, and just those things alone, creating a sense of community that, when you follow a hashtag of this thing, of this challenge, and just watching whatever videos of whatever dance challenge people are doing in their homes while they're isolating and quarantining by themselves, but being
Mm.
brought together digitally to not feel alone, because now you're part of this movement, and there's these challenges that you're participating in. And I think, I participated in some of them as well, and I think those things have been quite important, and of value to me in providing
Mm.
yeah, spiritual, well, in coping with what has been going on, definitely.
Yeah. And when you're on performing or at work or in studio, what do you do for fun? Like, how do you unwind and recharge your creative batteries and just maintain that balance between personal and work life?
Sure, I go out, hey, like I go out to dance. Go out to watch people dance. That's where I learn. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I get updated. Because I mean, it's so easy to be a hermit and just consume the things that you enjoy, and the things that and those become repetitive when you see, linear things. So when you go out and you know, go to, restaurants or, festivals or
Mm-hmm.
clubs or whatever and get exposed to different um, music or movement or just a different socialization, it also feeds into your own creativity that you take back home. So
Yeah.
that's what I do a lot. Like I'm always with family and friends, as much as I possibly can. I train as well. Although I don't do it for fun anymore. It's become harder as I've grown older. So I literally do it to train to stay healthy. What else do I do? I, I love traveling. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
like the getting there part. So I don't like being on the road for too long. I like getting to a place and exploring a place once I'm there. So I'm big on that. Um, Visiting. Um, Now my new hobby now is just like looking at homeware and interior design, and Pinterest boards, and then just like visiting furniture stores and just like watching
It's
design.
that time, Liv.
Yeah, that's
It's
where I'm
that
at. I
time of
enjoy
our
that.
lives.
I'm just like, wow, love what they did with this kitchen set. Apparently, so yeah, that's where I'm at currently. Those are the things I enjoy doing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what do you hope is the message of your music? What do you hope your listeners continue to take away from your song?
Sure. I guess, I mean, the subject matter changes more times than not. Everything I've written is based on my personal experiences and thoughts and feelings. And in those projects, the things I wanted to communicate is just, or to relay, is just an idea of oneness, and that I'm think there is someone who is feeling and thinking these things and having these things happen to them. And if there's somebody who's going through a similar thing, that they realize that, like, shucks, oh, okay, these terrible experiences are not unique to me, or things. And if
Mm-hmm.
it's something happy, that, like, oh, okay, you can come out of something. There is something on the other side of whatever it is that's happening. And just the idea of just like, escapism as well. Like, I want people to, when they listen to my music, to feel like they can escape and, you know, just
Mm.
be transported to whatever worlds they want to go, in doing that. So whether it is you are dancing to it, wherever, or just sitting down and listening to it, I think those are the things I like to relay, and obviously to entertain. Um,
Yeah.
so that's I think the messaging that I would like to come across from the work I
Mm-hmm.
create. Yeah.
So, 2021, are we expecting something? Are we excited about something?
Yay. Actually, just
I
before
mean,
this,
no pressure, but
no, we definitely are excited about something. Before the interview, I actually was in studio with a good friend of mine, Moses.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, we are definitely working on something. It might be a small thing, but it's still something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, 100% want to release a single at least minimum within the next 3 months, and
Mm.
then a project-ish towards the end of the year, I think. Yeah. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the plan.
No, we'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, no,
We'll be looking forward to it.
I'll let you know when once it's out.
Cool. Is there anything else that you feel like I left out? Anything else you want to share with the listeners about yourself? About anything? I don't know.
Me? No, I'm a pretty boring person. Hey, I think you've made me sound interesting. I think
Okay,
you
so you
covered it.
heard, guys. Yanga is a pretty boring person, which I don't believe. Your music doesn't say so. Thank you so much. This has been lovely.
Awesome, awesome. No, thank you for reaching out. I had a really dope time as well.
It's a pleasure.
Awesome, awesome.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Bean.
Take care. Have a blessed year. All the best on your small something that's coming. We're still looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.
And it's a wrap. I hope you guys really enjoyed that lovely MCM catch up that we had with Yaya. The track in the background is Neodymium, and I'm leaving you guys with Plutonium by Mr. Madlala himself, aka Yaya. Before we go, ASAF Africa from Zimbabwe has a very important message for us. So listen in and get clicking and voting. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. From your bean with the biggest love.
Yo, what's up? This is Asaf, and I'm the official Zimbabwean representative in the Listener's Choice category for the MTV Africa Music Awards. So it's a big one, man, and we have to bring it back home to Zimbabwe. But I need each and every one of you to help me vote. So you can vote by heading over to the MTV Africa website, which is www.mtvmama.com. You head over to the voting section, and the categories will come down, and you go to the Listener's Choice category and just click on ASAP. It's as simple as that. So, and you can vote as many times as you can, so that we can really secure this one and bring it back to Zimbabwe. So shout out to everyone who has already been voting for me, and yeah, I need your support, man. So let's get it. If you want all the information, just look for my social media handles, which is ASAF Africa on every platform. That's Africa with a K, ASAF Africa with a K. Then that's where you can find all the information that you need. One time.
Ish, all night, got me love you long time. When I see you weekend, that's lolly. No, like somebody of Velu Kalangan. Baby, you my number one. Kinda like my sing along. And for that body, girl, I suffer well. Body show us suffer well. Make you shake your body now. And if they hate my little more now, I promise I'ma call ya. Velu young Taza. So Hosala, I give you loving all day. You chilling with your viewer. I could tell you day in and out just how much you mean to me. Still your mind remains filled with doubt, second guessing my intent. It seems you only hear what you want, never really hear what I mean. It baffles me why I stick around. It doesn't make much sense now, does it? Why is it that when I say I adore you, it bores you, to say the least, then it falls hard on deaf ears. Way I show you love won't suffice. My efforts fall short of good enough. Why is it easier to accept the truth from everybody else but me? I used to make you laugh with silly things. I didn't catch the memo. It's not cute anymore. Even when I wasn't the cause of your tears, did that ever stop me? Save you from drowning? Perhaps it will be better when I'm gone. I really hope that you find the one you desire. And if you don't get what it is you want, just rest on the memories so far away from me. The insecurity you left in me, a stain I have to carry shamefully. The way you show me love won't suffice. So best I get out while I'm alive. Why is it easier to accept the truth from everybody else but me?